Good vulnerability report. Step 1. Craft a descriptive title. The first part of a great vulnerability research is always a descriptive title. The aim of a title is to sum up the issue in one sentence. It should allow the security team to immediately get an idea of 1. What the vulnerability is. 2. Where it occurs. 3. And its potential severity. It should answer the following question. What is the vulnerability you have found? Is it instance of well-known vulnerability type, such as IDOR or XSS? Instead of the title IDOR as a critical endpoint, use one like IDOR on http://example.com/change password leads to account takeover for all users. Because your goal is to give the security engineers reading your report a good idea of the content you'll discuss and the rest for it. Step 2. Provide a clear summary. This section includes all the relevant details you are not able to clarify in the title, like HTTP request parameters used for the attack. Here is an example of an effective report summary. The http://example.com/change_password endpoint takes two post body parameters, user_ID and new_password. A post request to this endpoint would change the password of user_ID to new_password. This endpoint is not validating the user_ID parameter, and as a result, any user can change anyone else's password by manipulation the user_ID parameter. A good report summary must contain all the information needed to understand a vulnerability. What is the bug? Where the bug is found. What the attacker do when it is exploited. Step 3. Include a security assessment. Your report should also include an honest assessment of the bug's severity, in addition to be working with you to fix the vulnerability. The security assessment will help prioritize which vulnerability to fix first. How to have a scale for your vulnerability. Low severity. The bug does not have the potential to cause a lot of damage. For example, an open redirect that can be used for phishing is a low-severity bug. Medium severity, 2 cases. First case, the bug impacts the users on the organization in a moderate way. Second case, it is a high-security issue that is difficult for a malicious hacker to exploit. Note, the security team should focus on high-end critical security bugs first. For example, cross-site request forgery, CSRF. CSRF can cause sensitive action such as password change is often considered as medium security issue. High security. The bug impacts a large number of users. Example, an open redirect that can be used to steal OAuth tokens is a high-severity bug. Critical security. The bug imports a majority of the users and the organization. Example: a SQL injection leading to remote code execution, RCE. Step 4. Give clear steps to reproduce. Next, provide step-by-step instruction for reproducing the vulnerability. For example, make 2 accounts on example.com, account A and account B. Log in to example.com as account A and visit http://example.com/change_password. Fill the desired new pass in the new_password field, located at the top left of the page. Click the Change Password button located at the top right of the page. Intercept the post request to http://example.com/change_password and change the user_ID post parameter to the user in account B. You can now log into account B by using the new password you have chosen. Step 5. Provide a proof of concept. For simple vulnerabilities, the steps you provide might be all that the security team needs to reproduce the issue. But for more complex vulnerabilities, it is helpful to include a video, screenshots, or photos documenting your exploit, which is called proof of concept, POC. For example, for CSRF vulnerability, you could include an HTML file with payload embedded. For XML external entity attack, include the crafted XML file that you use to execute the attack. For vulnerabilities that require multiple complicated steps, you could film a screen capture video of you walking through the process. Step 6. Describe the impact and attack scenario. To help the security team fully understand the potential impact of the vulnerability. Note that this section is not the same as the security assessment I mentioned earlier. For example, if a hacker exploited a bug. Could they take over user accounts? Could they steal over information and cause large-scale data leaks? Put yourself in a malicious hacker's shoes and try to escalate the impact of the vulnerability as possible. Example using this vulnerability, all that an attacker needs in order to change a user's password is their user_ID. Since user's public profile page lists the account of user_ID, anyone can visit any user's profile. Find out their user_ID and change their password, and because user_ID implies sequential numbers, a hacker can even enumerate all the user_IDs and change the passwords all users. This bug will let attackers take over anyone's account with minimal effort. Step 7. Recommended possible mitigation. However, do not propose fixes unless you have a good understanding of the root cause of the vulnerability. You can also recommend steps the security team can take to mitigate the vulnerability so you do not confuse your reader. Here is an example. The application should validate the user's user
This in a
underscore
good
ID
position
parameter
to come
within
up
the
with a
change
comprehension
password
fix.
request to ensure that the user is authorized to make account modification. Unauthorized request should be rejected and logged by the application. Step 8. Validate the request. Finally, always validate your report. Go through your report one last time to make sure there are no technical errors or anything that might prevent the security team from understanding it. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. For example, if a hacker exploited a bug,